Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a wondrous one on Sturzdorf. Yes, indeed, no more Simwa, no more Langre, at least not until tomorrow or the day after that. We are going, of course, to be seeing a 1 versus 1, yes, indeed. Still looking for a decent 2 versus 2 again. That is the problem. Also, why I don't do 3 versus 3s and 4 versus 4 to a certain extent. It's even harder to get a good game in that. Also, quite just as importantly, it's bloody hard to have to keep track of 3 or 6 or 8 persons. I mean, it's bad enough just with 2 or 4. Never mind, you double that up. So no, kindly no. There's a reason why I don't do them. Plus, of course, it's just generally hard to get any good players there. I mean, I really sort of explained them in a lot of previous casts why I don't do them. Anyways, we are going to see Crazytiger, aka Verrückte Tiger, fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the Kamfgruppe Verrückte Tiger. Ready to take on the armies. Opposing him shall be Xpornstar, ever classy, ever stylish, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 25th Infantry Division. For guts and glory, pattern and all that. We are seeing what looks like a 3 pioneer start. We are seeing Wehrmacht quarters up, but we're also seeing a observation post on the high munitions, quite interesting enough. Clearly, the Verrückte Tiger has a crazy plan with that. Of course, he is good for some rather peculiar tactics, sort of some rather extreme things from time to time. And this one I've definitely not seen before, so of course this should prove to some interesting bits. We are seeing 3 engineers by the looks of it as well from Xpornstar. So a 3 sort of engineer pioneer start from either player. But of course there is the vital difference that Xpornstar will have some infantry out faster, but at the same time, Verrückte Tiger, who's already gone blitzkrieg, clearly he's got something planned with the right hand side then, and that could definitely prove to be Verrückte. But of course he's also laying down mines. In fact, going down with the mines before taking the point. Really aggressive play right here from the Wehrmacht player to a certain extent. I mean, he's not... I mean, clearly his craziness is affecting his troops, but I mean, he's, going rather heavily into things. Already coming under fire, laying down mines, taking points. First infantry unit out, although of course he can't quite get assault grenades yet. Still, quite interesting. Of course, his opponent will already soon have a lot of riflemen compared to 1 Volksgrenadiers squad. But again, if he can't get that assault ability up, that should, to a certain extent, of course, quite viciously increases firepower, or at least its explosive power. More mines right in front of that point, while we are seeing Xpornstar moving up. Quite excessive. 2 mines. Could it just be a trap? Oh no, you cancelled my mines. How horrific. I know, of course, you'll just spot it, so of course walk around it, but no. No! And there we go. Heavily wounded, suppressed, but not dead. Meanwhile, the Americans are pushing up right towards the center. Mr. X rather pushing hard in his own aggressive manner, as the Americans are usually want to do. It's rather from the Wehrmacht that such very aggressive play, such blitzkrieg tactics right from the beginning. But that is the hallmark of the Crazytiger, the tiger of attack of the Wehrmacht. Pushing forwards their Volksgrenadiers. Oh dear, running into 12 riflemen. If only they had assault, but they don't quite yet. Caught out in the open versus 12 riflemen. This is not good. They need to retreat. Rückzug, Stellungswechseln. In the meanwhile, we are seeing Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers moving into towards the north. Volksgrenadiers rushing away. 4 men still there, but heavily wounded.
They're losing territory.
Moving up there, Pioneers aiding the Volksgrenadiers. Rifleman pulling back a bit. Continuing here, and he's in fact going right for the territory next to X's base. The 25th already risking to be cut off, but there are more riflemen arriving. My goodness, again, very aggressive play, very fluid, and I mean, rather in your face right from the start. Unit went down, a poor pioneer squad was killed off. Additional Volksgrenadier arriving for the Verrückte Tiger, and we are seeing the riflemen rushing in, but yes, but 1 command point. Will we be seeing the assault? No, we are seeing a retreat instead. Flamethrower engineers are on the spot, and assault capabilities have been granted to the Volksgrenadiers, and there we go, the first assault at the engineers. Blowing them up, and there we go. The engineers with the flamethrowers are gone absolutely viciously. Definitely probably not what X had counted on. The 5th Infantry Division are again perhaps a bit surprised by such an aggressive Wehrmacht player. We are seeing BARs though in a response to all of these Volksgrenadiers, and I mean, Crazytiger is known for doing it, so I mean, it's not a bad idea to get BRs. That tends to be the sort of number one thing you get against heavy Volksgrenadier players. But of course, there's the slight fly in the ointment, of course, that he has access to assault. And that could rather change up the dynamic a bit. And of course they are trying to deal with the observation post, as that is rather what's giving Crazytiger so much goddamn munitions.
They are attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
Volksgrenadiers moving up, and there we go again, another assault. Rather up close, Riflemen moving up. Oh, they are retreating force, which can usually, waste that 50 munitions. That's certainly one of the ways. Another one is to essentially get inside a building, in which case it gets cancelled, or to getting out of a building if you're already on to cancel it. There's a lot of things that can cancel the assault ability. So that, of course, is an important thing to remember before you yourself try to go out spamming it. There's a lot of things that can rather muck it up, but at the same time, though, when it does finally hit, when it finally does do something, it does a lot. So that's something to remember. And we also seeing Veterancy up for his only 3 Volksgrenadiers again. His opponent has what? 4 Rifleman squads? 4 with BARs. What does Crazytiger has? 3 Volksgrenadiers, but he has a lot of munitions. And he's moving straight on, my goodness! Where is he going for snipers? Additional Veterancy, what is going on? Well, it has Veterancy 1, there we go. Assault moving in. More assault. Only on 1, but both riflemen are retreating, thus giving the advantage to Verrückte Tiger and his Kamfgruppe, composed largely of so far of some Volksgrenadier units, which he has rather viciously equipped with an arse load of grenades. From whence it came, he won't tell. Probably because High Command will then demand those mines, or those grenades back. Rifleman moves sneaking over towards the Estonia Pioneer Squad there. MG42 on the way to slightly shore up things a bit, interestingly enough. But so far this observation post is quite handsomely paying itself off for the Kamfgruppe. Will he be finishing this mine up here? That would be interesting to see. And these pioneers are probably not going to be making it. Running right past the Veterancy 1 Rifleman squad with BARs. Verrückte Tiger securing this area a bit. And there we go, the MG42. Veterancy 1 for it would be an idea. Would increase the accuracy, and of course the rate of fire in that reload speed would be increased, so it doesn't take so long to fire. Mine finished. Rifleman moving up here. Probably just try and deal with this observation post, since of course he knows this is rather what fuels these vicious Volksgrenadiers and their grenade antics. Usually if you see something like this, you usually see a lot of MP40s. Crazytiger doesn't play like that, he plays with grenades. So that is definitely something I've not seen very often. Another MG42 and Veterancy 2, of course he knows that with the BARs, he's probably not going to be expecting any sort of armor right away, and in that sense he's probably, pushing his initial advantage a bit more. Observation post is down. Americans trying to get that munitions point. We are seeing a much larger force, 18 riflemen versus 10 Volksgrenadiers, and they're not even in place ready to sort of really take it on. 1 Volksgrenadier squad move up. Assault moving in. Lots of riflemen. And grenades. We are seeing he's gone for grenades himself to counter the grenades of Verrückte Tiger, Crazytiger. Oh, that X. Points being secured, but this is not a entirely healthy looking position for the Wehrmacht. Munitions point almost here secured, but another rifle now being driven off by Veterancy 2 Volksgrenadier squad. And there we go, pioneers. Oh dear, they won't be surviving either. Verrückte Tiger has lost all of his pioneers. Rifleman pushing up here against the others, and mine goes off. Rifleman taking some rather nasty losses. Other squad moves up, and grenades are getting exchanged. Volksgrenadiers don't actually take any casualties, but there's still one with BARs and versus a Volksgrenadier squad with Veterancy 2, which does give it a slight damage reduction, but probably not enough to really help against that. Doesn't help this position, isn't really helping them either. There's only one man firing. Rifleman moving in from the west, which prompts a full retreat from the Volksgrenadiers. And they might even go down, yes indeed. Crazytiger has lost his first infantry squad. He does have a few MG42s up to secure the western bits. And he has managed to deny fuel a bit for X. And finally there's a bit of a lull in the fighting. Bit of maneuvering from the infantry. Could we be seeing stormtroopers? No, we are seeing additional pioneers. Skirmish phase on the way. Motor pool up. Riflemen and Volksgrenadiers engaging once more. Grenade getting lobbed and a retreat. No casualties inflicted there on the Wehrmacht though. And there we go, Stormtroopers now being called in, or at least prepared in reserve to assist the Kamfgruppe. And another assault against these riflemen trying to secure the fuel point. One man down. Rest are retreating. More riflemen moving up. MG42 still nicely holed up there. An interesting move though by Mr. X could have been, instead of the motor pool, going for the tank depot and getting some Shermans to use against all of this German infantry. But now we are seeing Stormtroopers arriving on the field, and of course already Veteran C2, they are going to be a pain in the ass for the American infantry to deal with. Volksgrenadiers getting a bit holed up there, 2 squads versus again a large force by X, including flamethrowers. This could definitely be a problem, and we are seeing grenades, we're seeing flamethrowers, we're seeing grenades getting locked by the Volksgrenadiers back at them. We are seeing riflemen retreating, but there's still a lot left. Volksgrenadier squad gets out and might take a slightly longer route to get away. There we go, not running through all of these American troops. Volksgrenadier squad legs it as well. Stormtroopers moving up, and no Panzerschreck for them as of yet, but we are seeing an armored car out. Oh dear, a Volksgrenadier squad went down. That's not so much infantry left for Mr. X. I mean Mr. Crazytiger Verrückte. In fact, let's go look at X, who has not gone for a doctrine as of yet. These engineers taking minor losses to the Stormtroopers as they are advancing. We are in fact seeing 5 rifleman squads out from X. A rather aggressive approach, probably going to overpower all of these Volksgrenadiers with sheer numbers. Armored car moves in as well, no 50 caliber machine gun for that, probably not because there are munitions for it. And another mine goes off here, some riflemen, but not quite enough. Storms retreating. And we are seeing additional Volksgrenadiers coming out to replace the ones lost.
Time to kill some crowds.
Motor pool ready. And an additional Stormtrooper squad by the looks of it. The Kamfgruppe growing in size and strength, although it's still lacking in anti-tank assets somewhat
Ready to roll.
viciously. And of course again going for the munitions to sort of try and starve Crazytiger from it. MG coming under fire from the armor car, but the MGs themselves keeping these riflemen under heavy fire suppressed. Right besides the fence as the armored car moves in there. Stormtroopers are arriving with a Panzerschreck, the Raketenpanzerbüchse 8.8. 88mm of rockety goodness. Could pretty much penetrate any tank in the war. As it could penetrate about 320mm of armor, I believe. More Stormtroopers arriving though. Sturzdorf.
Ground out there.
Not really, there were any sort of actual Stormtroopers in the war, although a lot of the sort of divisions were actually formed after the Stormtrooper principle. As it turns out, not just, Waffen-SS units, but even sort of regular Wehrmacht units had it to an extent. But that was usually in the sense that each Wehrmacht unit, infantry division from top to bottom, actually had their own artillery, which rather sort of allowed them in the attack to sort of more keep some organic artillery support. Of course, there was a slight problem that they couldn't actually coordinate all of this artillery. But still, it was a slight sort of fun thing. In that sense that the Stormtrooper doctrine sort of the Wehrmacht actually meant a lot and sort of had carried on, but not just the Waffen-SS, although the Waffen-SS probably benefited from it the most. I mean, even the regular infantry divisions had some inheritance from him. Lots of Panzerschrecks now, although again he's not double equipping them either, so he can still work nicely against infantry. Jolly good to see. Flamethrowers doing their best, but a bit outmaneuvered. Grenades against the Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers lobbing a bundle grenade. The geballte Ladnung. A World War I tactic as well. Stormtroopers out.
Enemy unit.
Oh dear. Stormtrooper down, and Panzerschreck left behind. But again, that's why you don't dual equip, otherwise there might have been 2 Panzerschrecks gone in the hands of the Americans. Another Stormtrooper squad forced to retreat. This is looking a bit grim for Verrückte Tiger. The 25th Infantry Division is now really fighting back against the Kamfgruppe. MG moving up. Troops reinforcing, and looks like a Sturmhaubitze has been sent in to aid the Kamfgruppe. Although might be an idea to actually support it with some infantry. In particular now there's a veteran T2 rifleman squad with a Panzerschreck. These pioneers are not doing too well versus veterans with 1 armored car, and might be another pioneer squad lost for Crazytiger rifleman retreating. Volksgrenadiers moving up to provide the necessary infantry support. Stu 42 advancing. Will there be any veterancy for that? That would be a good idea. Put it mildly.
Wheels and crates ready to go.
Anti-tank gun on the way. Sticky bombs on the way. X now really preparing for German armor, which is not a bad idea. And there we go. Stu 42 versus anti-tank gun. Looks like though the Stu 42 will be losing that fight. No, by sheer dint of luck, it managed to get out of there, but not for long. I wager it nearly needs to get back and get some repairs. Volksgrenadiers pulling up with Stormtrooper support
Composition B is in.
to provide an infantry screen while pioneers are moving up to repair.
The Axis are winning the battle. Get back in the fight.
And rifle taking up is not the best position. I mean, with the BN they can still do something, but I mean, we better have Wehrmacht than there or there. Dual Panzerschreck now in the squad, though. Crazytiger getting a bit desperate, I suppose.
Enemy unit down.
And an MG42 was lost there, tragically enough. Riflemen suffering minor losses. Stormtroopers holding out as best as they can, but they themselves are suffering under all this fire. Armored car moves up as well. Stu 42 arriving as well, getting repaired, forcing away the riflemen. Volksgrenadiers moving up, and a nice assault force MG42. Oh, gets into the building just at the wrong time. Whoops, trouble with fraps there. And this could be the end of an MG42 squad. No, oh dear, it actually gets out there alive, and we are seeing an assault, and Stu fire right into all of it. Axis scoring its first kills, assault grenades going off. Quite a bit of action, quite a lot of explosions, grenades, death, screaming, and wounded. And not a single medic inside. Oh, Panzerschreck dropped behind again. Oh. And looks like these Stormtroopers will barely get out of there. And Verrückte Tiger, the Kamfgruppe, has once more taken off bashing, a licking, but they're probably ready to soon get into the fight. Flaps would be nice if we could sort of act decently. Stu 42 taking heavy fire as usual. And once more forced to pull back, and once more the pioneers will have to do all the work again. Sniper though, out for Crazytiger, quite interesting. He's splitting out a bit, and there we go. Shooting up some engineers is probably no, actually the anti-tanking, of course. The primary threat to the Sturmhaubitze. Oh dear, missed. Americans are advancing on these, gaining map superiority. Versus, oh, Stormtroopers, fresh Stormtroopers have arrived. Veterans E2, of course, they are going to be that much tougher to deal with for the riflemen.
Losing ground out there.
And some poor bastard. Oh dear, the sniper's getting uncovered. Looks like though he will be making it out of there. Jeep on the way, supplied upgrade number 2. That's excellent. Just get up a medic station. Perhaps here would be a nice position, you know. Close to the front, but still somewhere where the opponent's not going to get right away. Oh dear, he forgot all about most finally there, but still Stormtroopers are nearby. And of course that's still will be needing repairs. X moves out in the name of the 25th. And soon, there we go, supply upgrade 2. Almost done. Keep moving out though, has to be careful, not into the Volksgrenadiers. What are you doing? Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. Let's return to Verrückte Tiger, the Kamfgruppe. Rifleman forced away. Nice bundled grenade, probably from these stormtroopers. Assault pulls up here once more in the center. This sort of usual place. I mean, again, this sort of usual place you can usually expect fighting tends to be about the shortest space between the two bases. You know, usually you see a lot of fighting around here. But again, I mean, some things like a high fuel point can, of course, force a lot of the fighting over there. There's a lot of these, you know, strategic and tactical concepts to sort of try and keep in mind. And usually you can sort of work something out. Usually sometimes to subvert, you know, you usually try to stay away from these areas and then sort of fight only at the edges. Which can usually actually confuse some players as they're not used to fighting there. Lots of assault grenades. Stormtroopers moving up, trying to get the anti-tank gun. Again, I do think a 50 caliber might be an idea for the armored car, and he's building a medic station right out in the middle of the road, far from the safe space. It should have been over here, not here. I fear. Oh, Volksgrenadiers going to squad down. Medic station is ready, but stormtroopers moving up. They need to be dealt with. Armor car moves up. Stu, sniper, pioneers. Again, I would not say this is the best placement for a medic station. That's definitely true. Stu 42 moves up, and it's probably going to make short work of it. So, yeah. Again, I do think he should have placed it about here. That would have been a much better position. Not quite as exposed, not quite as tantalizingly an easy target. There we go. Stu 42 might be going. Oh dear, he actually lost an anti-tank gun, and the stormtroopers might clear out the second one. Oh dear. And another Volksgrenadier squad ready for Tiger. And a horde of riflemen stream out. Opening up on the Kamfgruppe troops. Might be trying to secure an anti-tank gun as well. Oh dear, though, a nice big target for the Stu, which only kills one. Armor car forced to deal with the MG stormtroopers. No, they're being pushed away. Other stormtroopers are nearby. The forces of the 25th are getting shattered. Some are gaining additional veterancy.
Attention. The enemy advances.
But it is looking a bit shaky for the Americans. Stu 42 moving up, doing a bit better job now.
Volksgrenadiers have taken sector point.
And this stage it does look like the tank depot would have been a much better choice for the Americans rather than the motor pool. Interesting enough, there's been no doctrine at all from the American commander. No airborne, no infantry. Of course, he might be going armor, but the question is, does he want to go armor?
We're losing territory.
Or does he rather want to go for, say, something like infantry, get some rangers, or perhaps some airborne? Perhaps an off-map combat group. Changing his direction instead, taking some points closer to his own base. Additional MG42 getting ready. A bit quiet though at the moment. Things seem to have slowed down a wee bit. Let's just speed it up a bit. And oh dear, Calabi, he has gone armor and he's gone for the more support approach, which does absolutely bollocks. MG42 quickly getting flanked by riflemen and pushed off. But a Calliope should prove interesting, although Crazytiger is very close to getting a Tiger tank himself. In which case, of course, a Pershing would have been a better choice at this stage of the fight. Volksgrenadiers getting run off. Heavy damage. And one Stormtrooper squad remains unupgraded and essentially just there to deal with the infantry, which again is not a bad thing. You usually just see them just equipped with heavily with Panzerschrecks, but I mean unupgraded, they're still pretty tough troops. In particular with veterancy, they become one of the toughest units in the game, only overdone by Knights Cross Holders, but they are right next there to them, just a wee bit below. Stormtroopers moving up again, forcing away the rifle and Volksgrenadiers as well. Although the Americans are doing their best to secure the center. Interesting enough, there's been absolutely no mining by X, which you do think is a bit of a tragedy, certainly a bit of a mismatch. I do think he could have done a bit with some mines actually to sort of slow down the counter-attack by Crazytiger, but I do feel that's actually been something he's completely missed. Mines, barbed wire, tank traps, all of those things could really have done a lot to sort of slow down Crazytiger's advance, but there was none of that. The only one to mine has been Crazytiger, and again I do feel that's actually a pretty huge mistake by X. More heavy Calliope fire, clearing out the MG in the building. Not fully though.
Victory location captured. Secured for the moment. Stormtrooper ready to kill.
One MG, oh dear, captured and veterancy free riflemen. Making short work of those poor bastards. Veteran 2 on the way for the armor. Again, he's basically just saving up for the Tiger. He knows with that he can push through with his Kamfgruppe. What remains of it. Damaged engine. Also interesting to note, he actually has an anti-tank gun up his base, but he's not really using it.
Veterancy gained.
It looks like we are seeing a tank depot, but at the same time we are seeing him moving into the base with Stormtroopers with Panzerschrecks. And there we go, machine gun emplacement down. Rifleman going down. Now he's just... oh dear, he's just heavily equipping them all now with Panzerschrecks. Seems a bit of a slight change of approach, which I do feel is a bit of a shame, as I thought they could have been good without, and still. Now it's clearly, of course, setting up to raiding the American space, so no more need for just rifles, though I still think he should have remained them. But there we go, Tiger ready and veterancy free for the infantry. So that's going to be tougher Volksgrenadiers and much tougher Stormtroopers. Which is definitely going to be a bit of a problem for X. Oh, don't tell me he's going to lose his veterancy free rifleman with a Panzerschreck. He was probably close to trying getting that Stu-42, but just couldn't pull it off. Oh dear. Oh, he actually had a... oh, he got the veterancy free rifleman, but he had a mine, but still, the Volksgrenadiers got them. Oh no. They died in the process, but they themselves just delivered a huge blow to X. That was his veterancy free rifleman squad with a Panzerschreck. Those were X's heroes, the 25th's best, and the Volksgrenadiers got them. Stu-42 though went down. He does have an anti-tank gun to stop an eventual Tiger, but still that's going to be veterancy 2, that's going to be tough. And again, he lost the veterancy 50 rifleman squad. Had they been there, had they been with the Panzerschreck, they really could have done more. I think against a Tiger, that's going to be... yes, it has arrived. Die schwere Panzer ist hier. Achtung, Achtung, Amerikaner. Whatever.
We are losing ground.
Let's go to X. though who's clearly not out of the fight. But he's severely crippled. Put mildly.
We hold the initiative.
Stormtroopers and Volksgrenadiers clearing the way. Riflemen taking heavy losses as the Tiger and the Stormtroopers open up. Flamethrowers moving in with the big grenades. I mean, he has a lot of munitions, so again, this sort of lack of mines is a bit off. And certainly also the lack of grenades. He probably could have thrown a lot more, but he's rather been reluctant to do so, which again I do feel is also a bit of a mistake. And there we go, another assault. While X might be a bit more hesitant in throwing grenades, Crazytiger never misses a beat when it comes to assault. Anti-tank gun moving up, unexposed, unsupported, I mean unprotected. Oh dear. And he can even see the Calliope. This could be target for the Tiger, in particular with the anti-tank gun going away. Oh no.
Casualties being reported.
And assault as the riflemen moving in. And the Tiger, and they're getting stunned right in front of the Tiger. Oh no. The 25th are taking horrible losses as the Kamfgruppe increases the pressure. Weird. Need to look at this at the right angle, otherwise the tech just mess up. Oh well.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Stormtroopers moving up. Calliope being hunted by the Tiger.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Oh, the anti-tank gun just got wrecked. More are on the way, but it might not be enough. Bit of an itch by one ear. Volksgrenadiers coming under fire. Riflemen charging in. And we are once more seeing an assault by the Volksgrenadiers. Choosing the one with the Panzerschreck, the largest target to the Tiger, while the others are moving in. Closing in on the Volksgrenadiers, tearing through them. Tearing through them, and the Tiger continues its hunt for the Calliope. Volksgrenadiers go, yes, and a Volksgrenadier squad more bites the dust in the name of the fatherland. And a dangerous game of cat and a huge armored tiger. Oh, mouse and huge armored tiger is going in. Cat and mouse, what? Never mind. Anti-tank gun sets up, and we are seeing Allied war machine. Anti-tank gun fires on the Tiger. The Tiger will probably not try to finish it off, since that will mean the munitions will be redeemed. Or will he? No, he's not caring, but at the same time he's making a mistake. He's allowing the anti-tank gun to fire away at the side. Right, moving up with Sticky Bomb and a Panzerschreck. Although getting... and need to get out of there, need to get out of there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Retreat. Quick sook. Oh, sniper. Oh, and the sniper's got him. Oh, but the BA was left behind, not the Panzerschreck. Another assault as X charges in. Barely any resources left. Calliope firing, sniper shotting away. Calliope misses all that. Lots of sticky bomb on the Tiger. Only getting one rifle in return. Immobilized. Dear. Rifleman retreating. Fighting left and right. More assault. Calliope rather exposed. Another anti-tank gun.
Crafts are grabbing our supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Why did he move up the Calliope right in front of the Tiger? That must have been a misclick. I sincerely hope it was. Oh, oh no. Oh dear. Anti-tank gun moves up, lots of riflemen with sticky bombs. Anti-tank gun firing away. And recruiting the anti-tank gun right on the side of the Tiger. He gets the Tiger. Veteran C2 for the anti-tank gun, but stormtroopers are rushing in.
Losing
Which
ground.
could
out there.
rather mean this victory will be very, very short-lived. So quickly move, quickly move. Oh, brave men of the 25th. Going right for the stormtroopers. Suppressing them, tearing through them. Anti-tank gun sorted out. Stormtroopers getting run off.
Front ship. Grabs a grab. We're at 100
And a second Tiger arrives. Question is, of course, will there be anything in the American arsenal to stop that? Is he trying to hope for a purging to save his stay? Barely any victory points left. He needs to sort of sort things out now. No, he's getting a Calliope more.
Supply lines are broken.
Not entirely sure that what was needed either. Dealing with the Volksgrenadiers. A grenade could help. Grenade. Granate? No, apparently not. And rushing straight into a Veterans 1 MG42, quickly retreating. Oh, snipers very close to getting actually killed by the Calliope rockets. And retreating right through it. Sniper down. Well, not that it really matters, I think. Reporting of there was a bit of an overkill, but enemy snipers did. I had never heard that one before, to be honest, but that's actually pretty cool. Again, so much great voice work within Common Reviews, and again, we do hope that it will return for Common Reviews too.
New recruits in. We're back to full strength.
So of course, we will hopefully get some
Ready for battle.
samples of that eventually. Wiring down, nice move by Verrückte Tiger and his Kamfgruppe. Speeding things up a bit, down to 49 victory points. Wiring off again with more Volksgrenadiers. He's certainly not hesitant in calling in more Volksgrenadiers to sort of shore up things.
We're down to 25 points.
More anti-tank and a Greyhound. He's probably going to try and use that to take points. Moving in towards the central victory point. Tiger being fed rifleman essentially. I think he's just doing it so he can take the point. At the same time, Stormtroopers moving in towards his base. This is an absolutely crazy gamble by X and the 25th.
Enemy unit down.
And he got the other sniper, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be enough. Floating a bit of resources though, not entirely good.
Germans are pounding our base.
Anti-tank gun in severe trouble. Taking heavy fire from the Tiger and Volksgrenadiers as they arrive. Tiger, they're almost down to half health, but I doubt that will do enough.
Casualties.
So there we go. And that victory point is going to be swiftly taken.
Rifle squad has the objective.
Our front lines are collapsing.
And the Stormtroopers have been run off, but not before the base took severe damage, and he was very close to getting that supply completely knocked down. That would definitely have been a huge issue, going for another victory point while trying to hold another. Very, very close. Tiger not moving, just staying watch. This is definitely very close. And going for another with the rifle move. No, there's no response from X. He's going to lose that victory point.
Krauts have cut forward supply lines.
Oh dear. Oh dear, the response is way too late. He might be able to secure that victory point. He's going to sacrifice those Volksgrenadiers. I bet that. Yes, indeed. And the MG42, another veteran free, but it's too late. Right in front of the MG. Gunner dropped. Gunner dead. Oh dear, so close. Can he get it? Can he? No,
Enemy unit
he got the
down.
MG42, but no, it's not enough. And game over. I lost to the 25th as the Kamfgruppe Verrückte Tiger fought on valiantly with heavy losses and inflicting heavy losses, but in the end the 25th just couldn't do it. And of course, I mean, what lost X this fight? I mean, and of course, what won Crazytiger the fight? I mean, partly on Crazytiger, it was the very aggressive strategy and tactic employed right there with the observation post and the Volksgrenadiers and the combination of a lot of assault grenades. That probably caught the American commander a bit on the wrong side. It certainly allowed him to sort of turn some situations he might not otherwise have turned around. And of course, the veterans in the long run also helped. And of course, the Blitzkrieg Doctrine generally just helped with his incredibly aggressive tactics. On the other hand, I mean, X definitely did good, but partly that medic station was poorly placed. Had it been better placed, it might have become a huge asset for him, which could have won him the fight. But also, I think the doctrinal choice quite wasn't right. I think he might should have gone for infantry or airborne. Had he gone for either of those, he might have stood a much better chance to resist and to do some damage against Crazytiger. And also finding again the sort of lack of mines. I mean, he had a lot of munitions, but he barely used it. I mean, had he used more grenades and more mines again, he might have won the fight. I mean, those are just sort of the prop things I would like to raise. But I mean, great game, great play by both sides. But I mean, those were the sort of mistakes or missteps that rather cost X the games. And there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.